feeling like you needed to work a little bit on your finances. This is not a general reading, so I'm not going to get too much into that. But also more maybe putting that aside and focusing more on your love and your happiness, and taking with you into your current partnerships or one that you are manifesting into your life. I'm not going to say searching for. Coming from a place of inner knowing and a solid foundation of what you want to create, what you want to have with another human being in this lifetime. That's really good. So there could have been a little bit of a distraction or a need outside of your relationship or in your dating life. Perhaps if you're single, knowing what you want. However, maybe in January, not having the time maybe that you wanted to put into your dating endeavors or spending time with new people that you've wanted to connect with. Because I see here with the Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Two of Wands on top of it. This is the card of planning and this is the card of financial abundance. But in reverse, there could have been a feeling of that you needed to spend a little bit of time in this area of your life. And he's looking away from these cards in the middle, the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. So these being in the middle of your energy, of your past energies, being perhaps feeling like in your current relationship that you had a very solid foundation and that you could go out into the world and work on your career or a new career direction, or contemplate the next step in your work life because you knew that you had a solid foundation at home that would support you in those endeavors. And maybe a little bit of, with the Hermit in reverse and the Page of Cups, some new ideas that you're taking into your relationship, some fresh romance and some fun, some giggles, some, like I said, very like social. I see that perhaps you've been more social in January, and it being easeful and fun and playful with your partner. Or if you had been going on dates, then this would signify a younger water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And yeah, you contemplating the possibility of creating something solid with this person. So let's see where that is taking you into February. The High Priestess in reverse, the Four of Swords in reverse, and Temperance in reverse. Okay. I'm going to pull clarifiers right off the bat. Nine of Cups in reverse, Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups, Knight of Cups, and the Nine. Okay, let me look at this for a second here, Aries. Okay. So going into February with the High Priestess and the Nine of Cups on top of it, perhaps you're going outward a little bit more and outside of yourself and collaborating with the person that you're in a relationship with, if you're partnered, and wanting their input. So the High Priestess in reverse is, or upright rather, would be inner knowing and inner guidance and intuition leading the way, and in reverse or upside down with the Nine of Cups, it's like you see perhaps some realizations that you came to here in January. You're wanting outside input in your love life, and you're open and willing to receive. So perhaps that's from a counselor or a partner or somebody that you regard highly that would sort of take the place of the high priestess. And more of an outer authority is what I'm getting at. And somebody that in the past that you could look up to that has attained what you are aiming for in your relationship in the month of February. So you also have the Four of Swords and the Knight of Cups. So if you're single and this Page of Cups that you had possibly met in January and went on a date with, not seeing that taking root in your life, and that's okay. Many fish in the sea. With the Knight of Cups being upside down, and perhaps if you were stalled because you were working on your career and didn't really have the time to figure that out, you'll come to that clarity and stop stalling on getting back to this person and just being really upfront that they're great. However, you're looking for something a little bit different. And let's see here, 9 of Wands in reverse, and with Temperance in reverse. So be sure, Aries, in February in your relationships, if you're single and you're going out and dating, to stay more on the sober side. Temperance in reverse can signify a little bit of a tendency to indulge in substances, and which would put your guard down, and not in the good way. You want to definitely, if you're going on dates, keep it on the lighter, fun side. Go for a walk outside. You don't have to meet up for happy hour every time that you meet somebody, Aries. I know we like to do that. Let's see, I haven't really talked about coupling, except for on these cards. So again, in couples, in partnered Aries, maybe taking a step back in your partnership from all of the parties that perhaps you were attending in January, and having a more grounded activity schedule, and do healthy things together, like take a class, take a dancing class, take a cooking class in February. I know for some of you watching this, you're in the Northern Hemisphere and it's winter time, so finding classes indoors to keep you occupied that keeps you out of the bars. I don't know why that keeps coming up, perhaps with all the cups and these in reverse and the Temperance in reverse. So maybe it's time for a detox, and it might be cool if you and your partner could do that together. It's nice to have that support, and there's strength in numbers to keep you on track. Again, with the Four of Swords in reverse, with the Knight of Cups in reverse. Again, watching your alcohol intake, or if you don't drink alcohol, perhaps it's something different, food or sugar or binge watching on Netflix. Just trying to infuse a little bit more of a moderate temperament. That's the word I was after, throughout the month of February, and it's going to get you to where you want to be in these relationships, again, whether you're single or coupled. So now I'm going to move on to the energies moving out of February. You have the Judgment in reverse. A lot of reversals. The Six of Swords in reverse. And finally, a card upright. Reversals aren't bad, by the way. It just flips around their meaning. and the Three of Wands. So, Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune, 10. I wonder if you're thinking about moving, or maybe your partner, if you're in a partnership, there's talk of perhaps in moving into the springtime and it being March, considering the possibility of moving coming up, and it would feel like a burden to you, and I see that it would be not your idea but somebody else's idea, and maybe somebody that you're dating, or perhaps you're seriously dating, and there's talk of, well, should one of us move, and kind of see you sticking your feet into the ground and saying, nope, not me. And I think that would be the right decision, because if you do move, look what you get. You'll feel left out in the cold, Aries. We don't want that. So what else do we have here? So yeah, having open and honest conversations about where you're coming from, if that comes up for some of you. It's not going to be all of you, as this is a general reading. You have the Wheel of Fortune reverse, also with Judgment reverse. So maybe coming back to the drawing board on certain parts of your love relationships or your dating life. Maybe if you've been dating and you've been working with a particular online dating app and it hasn't gotten you the results or meeting the type of people that you would ultimately be interested in, scrapping that and starting over on a new dating site altogether. Maybe researching some that have more particular focus in the direction of what your interests are. I know there's some that focus on different religions or different spirituality bents or different areas. So that came up. And what else do we see? We're at 14 minutes. I'm trying to keep these videos under 20 since I'm doing the Divine Love series right now, and I'll be also uploading the 12 zodiac sign general readings for the month of February on February 3rd. But these videos will be going up on Friday. I think that's the 26th. I'm going to pull a Wild Kuan Yin card for you, Aries, since I know you like the color of red. Thanks again for watching. I feel your presence and it's fun. Yay! Lady of Lhasa descends. She's absolutely gorgeous. Some of my Aries friends, actually, she reminds me of them. So this is out of the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle by Alana Fairchild, and that is number 35. I'm going to read you a little something. See what Alana has to say, channeling Wild Kuan Yin. How hard you have been working. You have accomplished so much by your own efforts. You are on a path to me, a path that at times seems difficult and perhaps even dangerous. Yet, in order to reach me, you are willing to take the journey. You have shown your commitment, your refusal to turn back even when much is asked of you. I see some of the perils that lie before you, and I see that it is not necessary for you to endure them. So I come to you. No longer do you need to seek. I bring to you what you have been seeking. So what came to mind, Aries, as I was reading that was this burden that perhaps may come up towards the end of February with the 10 of Wands and the 6 of Swords in reverse. the possibility of a journey or a move or a trip that you're not going to want to take. And I think Wild Kuan Yin, if you can perhaps push it out away from the eclipse energy that's happening throughout February, that might be something to consider. And yeah, maybe feeling like if you need to go somewhere to find what you're seeking, I feel like part of the message from the Kuan Yin deck was that it's right in your backyard and it's going to come find you. So don't try too hard. I don't think that there's going to be a lot of efforting in the month of February.